Good evening. Welcome back to Mata Khansa. We are now back with another special episode, and we are here welcome with a Sleman Senior Policy Analyst, Mrs. Syafrania. How are you today, Miss?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, now we already have some questions coming to our question box, and if you haven't entered your questions yet, you can simply do so at Mata Khansa on Instagram or www.matakhansa.com. And the topic for today's discussion is e-democracy. So without further ado, let's begin. So the first question is by Sinduadi_00. This person asks, looking at the present trend of digitalization and the more extensive use of internet and technologies being incorporated in both governmental and civic affairs, how would you simply explain this, and what does it truly provide for the government and for the people?
Well, in my opinion, you can simply say that information and communication technologies that often called ICT offers opportunities for greater civic participation in democratic reform. It is growing rapidly as the advancement of things around us, and it doesn't show any sign of stopping. Government need to keep up with that pace in order to serve well its people. However, while it provides many benefits, if it goes right and contextually fit until right now, most of it just have been associated with mere one-way disseminations of governmental information to the public. Most governments have placed only so little emphasis on the development of online practices that allow people to contribute to decision making.
It's interesting that Ms. Syahin pointed out that there is still a very little emphasis that the government has put attention on online practices, which means that it might be able to improve in the future, yeah, Miss? So the next question comes from SEFFZSZS. So do you think this can improve if the government is willing to?
I wouldn't say absolutely, but it might. But the problem is not only whether government is willing or not.
The next question comes from very interesting name. Mataram_Selokan. So what kind of resources and training that we are talking about here?
Well, basic resources should be based on case-per-case basis. So I couldn't say for sure, but it definitely involves correct methods of allowing their goals of civic participation run smoothly. The more critical resource often being forgotten is the training of those people which is running the system and the initiatives to draw civic attention.
So I'm curious myself actually, how do you think this engagement takes place? Especially when people cannot just give any?
Well, by using what they use, most government fail to engage with their people, not because their program is wrong, but they are using improper way to talk to them. Governments, when they are introduced with diverse possibilities of ICT, often make their own websites and applications, one for each governmental unit and waiting for people to come to them.
And do you think this is wrong?
Shut up, that's not how things work at this age anymore. People don't go to government. It should be the other way around. Now, if they are willing to seek engagement, because everyone is distracted in their lives, so government should place themselves reachable through the medium that people know.
Okay, so what do you mean by that? Like what?
I would say social media can help government create presence that will gradually be accepted by the people. They need to start engaging in informal way that people usually interact with each other in social media, not as formal, unreachable entity it has always been before.
So far, it has been a very, very fruitful discussion, but we will continue after this next commercial break. So see you later. We are now back after the commercial break, and now we are finally arriving at the very final question, last but not least. The question is raised by @WalikTofu. How will this improve youth participation?
Well, in fact, I would like to believe so. There is this study in Milton Keynes in UK that youth participation has been raised significantly once government starts to engage to them through Twitter, Facebook, and others. That the outcome has been satisfyingly great for government to actually know what is in their people's mind. as well as people appreciating government being even more engaging.
Okay, so based from your answer, I could learn that the aspiration could actually be heard if the youth themselves are willing to contribute and give their aspirations through social media,
Yes.
if that's correct. All right, so far it has been a very interesting and eye-opening discussion. We hope to be able to invite more speakers, inspiring speakers such as Miss Syahin, and see you next time in another episode of Mata Khansa.